Welcome to the James Engineering Support video number 5. In this video, we're going to learn how to calculate the support reaction of simply supported beam for the various load which will be acting simultaneously on the beam. In this, we're going to learn uh, how to calculate a support reaction by regular textbook method as well as the splitting load method which we use when we work. So this is the problem we are considering. We are considering 3 meter plus 5 meter plus 3 meter, which is total 11 meter of beam we are considering. Here we are considering this beam of 3 plus 5 plus 3 means total 11 meter of beam which is supported at A, having hinge support at B, it is having a roller support and have four types of loads. That is, one is the 10 kilonewton load which is acting at 45 degree from the vertical plane. Next is the moment of 10 kilonewton meter. Next is a triangular load or the trapezoidal load, or you can call it as a uniformly varied load of 10 kilonewton per meter, having intensity 0 at C, and at D it is having intensity of 10 kilonewton per meter. Next is the partial UDL, that is 10 kilonewton per meter, acting from D to B on length 3 meter. Here we are already showing that the CG of the load will be acting uh, at 2/3 of this total 5 meter distance and 1/3 from D of 5 meter. So as you know that in order to for a system to be in equilibrium, it must satisfy all the three equations of equilibrium. Means forces in x and y direction should be equal to 0 and the summation moments should be equal to 0. Uh, so what is the uh, positive sign convention is for horizontal force I am considering from left to right as positive, and from left to right it will be negative automatically. Vertical upward is considering as positive, and vertical downward will be negative. Moment clockwise will be positive and anti-clockwise will be negative. So we will first resolve the problem of this inclined 10 kilonewton. That is vertical will be 10 kilonewton multiplied by cos 45, which will be equal to 7.07 kilonewton. Then we will resolve it in horizontal direction. That is 10 kilonewton multiplied by sin 45, which will be equal to 7.07 kilonewton. So now I am removing this inclined term and writing only the vertical and horizontal forces, because we have converted the inclined force into in vertical and horizontal force. So now let us start the problem. Here we will first use the summation of forces in x direction, that is HA from left to right is positive. Then this 7.07 minus from left right to left negative. So HA minus 7.07 kilonewton, which will be equal to 0 because there is no other force. So HA will be equal to 7.07 kilonewton. So in this textbook method, now we are using now the we are considering the moments at A as 0. So we will start with the positive moment, that is provided as 10 kilonewton meter at C. So this will be the positive moment 10 kilonewton meter. Then we will have the triangular load, that is 10 kilonewton per meter multiplied by 5 divided by 2, which will be equal to the total load. Then we will multiply it with the lever arm, that is 3 meter plus 2/3 of this 5 meter, which will be total lever arm of the for the force for the triangular force CG. So next is the UDL, partial UDL. Uh, so its load will be 10 kilonewton per meter multiplied by the length 3 meter. Then we will multiply it with the lever arm. Lever arm will be the 3 meter plus this 5 meter. Then it will be acting at half of this 3 meter. So the total lever arm will be 3 meter plus 5 meter plus 3 by 2 meters. So next will be the I'm considering the point load at last, that is 7.07 kilonewton multiplied by the lever arm, that is 3 meter. Now I'm considering RB. Means RB will produce the anti-clockwise moment, which will be negative, means RB multiplied by the lever arm, that is 3 meter plus 5 meter plus 3 meter. So total will be 11 meter, and then we will equate it to 0. So we will getting this equation. Now after solving this equation, we will get the value of RB as 43.14 kilonewton. So now we will use our another equation of vertical forces, summation of vertical forces. So first we will consider Ra positive, then minus 10 multiplied by 5 divided by 2, that is we are considering this triangular load. Then downward force means I'm considering all the forces are downward, and I'm considering it is in bracket. That's why this is this negative is outside, and that's why this is plus. So now I'm considering the UDL, partial UDL, that is 10 kilonewton per meter multiplied by 3. Then the vertical load as point load as 7.07 kilonewton. Then plus RB will be positive upward. So RB plus RB, then we will equate it to 0. So after, then we will add the value of 43.14 RB here in this equation. Then we will get the value of Ra as 18.93 kilonewton. So this is the regular textbook method which we use when we were in college, but when we start working for some industry or some design office, you use another method, that is splitting load method, which I am explaining you now, and it is a method we generally use for the checking. So let us start with this. So when the same problem I'm considering here. Here we are considering the moment at 8. So we will get first RB. So when there is a positive moment, if suppose this is a clockwise moment here in this A and B, so it will produce B as this M means total. This M means this is a 10 kilonewton meter, and the total span, that is 3 plus 5 plus 3. So Ra will be equal to the negative. It will it will produce you the negative Ra here, and it will produce the positive Rb here. If this moment would have been the anti-clockwise, then it would have produced the positive moment at Ra and negative moment at Rb. So I'm considering first Ra, which will be equal to minus M divided by the L. L means the total length of the beam. So the total answer will be equal to minus 10 kilonewton meter divided by 11 meter, which will provide us the load as minus 91 kilonewton. RB, as I told you earlier, that M by L will remain same, only sign will change. It will produce positive RB. So I'll add the values of moment and this lever arm or span of beam, that is 10 kilonewton meter divided by 11 will produce 0.91 kilonewton of positive reaction at B. Then we will consider the point load. We will consider point load alone. So RB will be equal to 7.07 multiplied by 3 divided by this total span. It will provide you the RB. So RB will be equal to 1.93 kilonewton. Then we will calculate the RA as total load is 7.07 kilonewton minus this 1.93 kilonewton, which will be equal to 5.14 kilonewton. Next we will consider the uniformly varying load. So we will consider RB, which will be equal to 10 kilonewton per meter multiplied by this 5 divided by 2 will be the total load. Then we will multiply it with the lever arm, that is 3 meter plus 2/3 of 5, and then we will divide it by the total length of the beam, that is 3 plus 5 plus 3, that is 11 meter, and which will provide us the RB as 14.4 kilonewton. Then RA will be equal to 10 kilonewton per meter multiplied by 5 divided by 2. Then we will deduct the value of uh, RB, that is 14.4 kilonewton, and after solving this equation we will get the answer as 10 kilonewton. So last load will be uniformly distributed load, or the UDL. So we will calculate RB, that is 10 kilonewton per meter multiplied multiplied by 3, which will be equal to the total load, and then we will multiply it with the lever arm, that is 3 plus 5 plus 3 by 2, which will be the total lever arm. Then we will divide it by the entire span of the beam, that is 3 plus 5 plus 3, that is 11 meter. So we will get the, after solving this equation, we will get the answer as 25.91 kilonewton. Then we will calculate RA. RA is we can calculate by 10 kilonewton per meter multiplied by 3. Then we will deduct the value of RB, that is 25.91 kilonewton. Then we will get, and after solving this, we will get the answer as 4.09 kilonewton. So total RB will be equal to the summation of these forces, that is 0.91, 5.14, 10.6, and this 4.9. So now we will start with 0.91 positive, 1.93 positive, 14.4 positive, then this 25.91 also positive. And after adding the entire values, we will get the answer as 43.15 kilonewton, which is same as the textbook method. And then we will calculate RA. So RA will be equal to the summation of minus 91 minus plus 5.14 plus 10.6 plus 4.09. So we will start with minus 91 kilonewton, then we will add 5.14 kilonewton, then we will add 10.6 kilonewton, then we will add 4.09 kilonewton. After solving, we will get the answer as 18.93 kilonewton. So this is the another method. These are the formula based method that you have to learn, which will help you during your exams. Okay, so hope you will understand this. A summary is numerical formulas on the various types of loads acting on the simply supported beam to calculate support reaction. We tried with both methods, textbook method as well as splitting load method. Our next video will be on simply supported beams for various types of loads acting at different locations and simple way. We will have some more problems solving. Some of the gates problem also we are going to cover, and the current video will be used for shear force diagram, bending moment diagram, deflection calculation in the forthcoming videos. Please subscribe the channel and turn on the notification for the latest video. You can share the same if you like the work. Thank you. Have a nice day.